Yes, guys, sorry for the long delay, but we're back with another phone in. It's Chelsea 3, Rennes nil. If you want to talk about things being back, we can talk about clean sheets being back on the menu again. It's our sixth clean sheet in 7 games, fifth in a row or something like that. I mean, the game just fell into our hands. We can be honest about it. It was 2 penalties very easily and it just made it work perfectly for us. But it was still a very solid performance in some areas. Reece James was excellent. Timo Werner had a lot of very decent link up with Mason Mount and with Ben Chilwell on the left hand side. Same thing to say with Hakim Ziyech and Reece James on the right hand side. Tammy Abraham as well. I thought he was at his best around the middle. Wasn't being found out in a lot of areas, but he was persistent and he ended up getting his goal. So yeah, it was a good performance. So people are jumping on the stream now. Big up all you guys watching and smash the like button if you guys haven't done it already. Also, DM Blues Fans TV or Chelsea Sammy if you guys want to get involved with the live phone in, and we'll get you guys all involved. You already know how these phone ins work. We're going to get our first guest in now. Craigo, what are you saying?
Not a lot. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I mean, well, you were enjoying the intro before, I will say that.
Yeah, I was. I love it. Ever since I introduced you to it, it's been my top bop, honestly.
I've spent ages trying to figure out where to find that as well.
You got it there. You got there in the end.
Exactly. But yeah, what's your thoughts on today, bro?
I mean, we did what we did, didn't you? You know, we were just briefly saying before, you can only play against who's in front of you. We were a better team throughout the whole game. So Rennes made it slightly easier for us, but I mean, you can only play who's in front of you. And as soon as I went down to 10 men, I mean, they were pretty much done for. I rated, though, to be fair, they had the 5-minute spell where they thought, let's go for it just after half time because they've got nothing to lose. We saw the third goal go in, and then for them, it was just damage limitations. I had a lot of people in my live stream, I don't necessarily know about yours, all saying, oh, Chelsea should have done more, we should have whacked them. And maybe we could have got another goal, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, we've scored 7 goals in the group stage so far. Do you know what I mean? And we're top of it. Yeah. So I'm not really too bothered.
I don't want to look too much onto it like that anyway. I get where you're coming from. I do think, here's what I want to talk about. Here's a good talking point. The penalties. Yeah. Now, we both, realistically, it is penalties. Right? You'd be annoyed if it happens against you, but the rules are different for UEFA compared to the FA. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts on it, though? Would you say it was too harsh, or are you echoing more or less the same things I'm echoing?
It's complete bull. It's complete bull. I felt really sorry for them. I generally did feel really sorry for them because they weren't. I mean, we were the better side, but they weren't out of the game, you know. And I mean,
it still would have been a game. It was a 10-man that killed it too.
It was the double whammy. Look, I mean, obviously, UEFA's rules are UEFA's rules. I'm not going to be the person who's going to say that they're wrong. I mean, UEFA have clearly picked them for a reason. I'll just say that I'm not a fan of them. I can't see if the ball would straight away hit his hand from I can't remember who had the shot. Was it Tammy had the shot originally?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think it was Tammy. Whoever had the shot, if it had gone straight from his foot to the geezer's arm, then it's a penalty. But the fact that it had to bounce up off his foot, nah, that ain't a penalty for me. And it kills the game. I mean, if it was, if the ball goes straight towards his hands and his hands are in an unnatural position without going off the defender's foot, then yeah, fine, it's a yellow card, and the second yellow, it is deserved, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. I'm not a fan of it at all. Thank you very much. I'm not a fan of it at all. I just think it killed the game. I really do think it killed the game. Obviously, it's great for us. Again, if it goes against you, we're all up in arms about the same thing. I just think there's a hell of a lot wrong with VAR and the officials in general. VAR is great technology, but if it's being used correctly, it's great. If it's not being used correctly, then it's just complete crap. And I think that a lot of the people that are using the system don't actually know how to use it in the best way. So I'm not really a fan of it. I must be honest. I think if you're going to do it properly, then brilliant. But I don't think they're getting it anywhere near right at all. And it's definitely not a penalty. And I do feel so harsh against Stade Rennais. I thought they were a decent outfit.
Yeah, even under 10 men, I thought they defended very well. Their pressing was good. Whenever they tried to go forward, I mean, they made something of themselves, but like the extra man kept coming into effect for them. So it was all understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do think there was a bit of game management in the way that we played, especially in the second half, where we more or less just wanted to see the game out. And I get that on a fitness level. I also kind of understand from a tactical set because I don't think Frank Lampard still has complete faith in his midfield. I still think he's at the case where he is looking for that last end. That's why we're so insistent on pursuing Declan Rice in January. We'd probably leave it to another window if we thought we had something, but we haven't really got anything yet.
No, the one thing I would have said about in terms of game management, the one query I may have had would have been about Timo Werner, who, I mean, bar his 2 penalties, did he really look like scoring in open play? Maybe not. Could you have taken him off? Maybe left Ziyech on, who's played a little bit less this season, or a lot less this season than Timo Werner has. I don't. It was a bit of a questionable one for me, was keeping him on for the full 90 minutes. I didn't think he needed to be on for the full time. Maybe that's just my personal preference. I don't know, but I just thought it was a little bit of a strange one. I thought it was a little bit of a strange one. But, we did do the right thing in terms of keeping minutes down to a minimum. We didn't need to play Thiago Silva anymore, did we? We didn't need to play him any more than we actually did. We didn't necessarily need to play Kante any more than we did. Of course, he got booked as well for kicking the ball away. So we took him off. Ben Chilwell, Emerson, great sub. Didn't necessarily do anything, but again, it keeps Ben Chilwell out of trouble. I think all could have been Mason Mount, only for the reason, of course, about Kai Havertz, and obviously that news coming out. Mason Mount's going to get a hell of a lot of game time in the next couple of weeks, especially in the next week or so. So maybe could have kept his involvement down a touch. But that's a personal thing. Maybe that's something that Frank sees in training that we don't necessarily see. I'm really not too bothered about it. Werner was the only one that I would really say that I would have probably liked to have seen him come off.
Yeah, I feel like Frank Lampard's main aim was to play him for this Sevilla match, because I remember he wasn't meant to start the Burnley match. It was meant to be Christian Eriksen, and he had the injury.
Yeah, it was. But that's the thing. I mean, he was clearly tired after the game in Russia last week. And then, of course, he goes and plays. I don't remember if he played the full 90 minutes, but he still played the vast majority of the game against Burnley. So maybe I would like to have seen him come off a little bit earlier. I don't think that your fatigue or tiredness potentially goes away that much from Burnley to now. I'm not too sure, but I don't know. There's clearly something that Frank's seen. I'm not too bothered about it, of course, because we win. That's the main thing. And I always keep forgetting, who have we got on Saturday or Sunday, whenever it is?
Sheffield United.
Sheffield. It's not exactly the hardest game in the world to maybe bring him back in or use him in a different system
this season with Burnley.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a difficult game. And of course, you've got to think about it. I mean, they obviously beat us 3-0 up there last time when we were meant to go to that party, and we got very, very annoyed. Thank God it didn't go. It was. It's not the hardest game in the world. The Sheffield United one. I mean, if it was a Man United, for argument's sake, was coming up this weekend, then I would have been more annoyed if Werner hadn't come off.
Yeah, I do see it like that. I mean, I've tried to say I'm not going to question too much his stamina, because he has had a lot of minutes this season anyway.
Yeah, he has. I mean, the thing is the same thing with Mason Mount. Mason Mount last season was getting a hell of a lot of minutes. But he was fulfilling them, he's making the most of them. Because maybe we're doing it in on FIFA, if you do it one way and you see someone's energy bars right down low and it's not going to necessarily pick up by the next time. This is real life. Maybe someone doesn't train as much on a Wednesday or something like that. Maybe someone doesn't train at all on a Monday and just has a complete rest day. So actually come the Tuesday, he's completely fine. You don't really know these things. I know in the NFL we have something called Victory Mondays. If you win on the Sunday, then you get Monday off, and we can all go and relax. So you put all your shift in and that's it. You go again in the next few days. Maybe that's the same thing. Maybe with Chelsea, you get some sort of a relaxation if something's maybe going against you or whatever. Team, I mean, he's a professional. He's going to be able to manage that. But he also seems very keen to impress and very keen to improve. So, again, I'm not too worried about it. Same with you. I'm not too worried. Maybe it's just something I'd like to have seen a little bit more. Or maybe it was something I was expecting to see a little bit more.
Any final thoughts?
No, not really. Honestly, it was a very straightforward game. I was talking to you very briefly before we started this. It was a very straightforward game. It was made a lot easier for us. I was really happy with how Mason Mount played. I thought he linked up very well with Timo. Maybe not necessarily in threatening positions. Edouard Mendy, just seeing him coming up on my screen here now, I thought it was absolutely superb with the few opportunities that went his way. He dealt with every single one of them. His distribution was a little bit iffy tonight. At 1 or 2 points, but again, it didn't matter because it was in our favour. It was just a weird thing. And also just seeing the pictures of here after the game, where his former teammates are coming up to him and really like praising him and everything. I mean, I think we've got a really good goalkeeper on our hands there. And, what did we say before? Was it 5 clean sheets in a row and something out of however many it was?
6 in our last 7. Correct us if we're wrong.
So, I mean, it's an absolutely incredible buy. I'm really, really happy about it. Thiago Silva, I thought, was absolutely brilliant. Today, I thought Reece James was superb. He was probably my man of the match today. I thought he came up and down so well. What a free kick that is from Krasnodar as well. I thought we were absolutely superb where we needed to be. Unfortunately, our job was made a little bit easier. But again, you can only play whoever's in front of you, and we dealt with it very, very well. That's all you can say really on the matter.
All right. Well, again, Gregor, thanks for jumping on. If you might want to see more, Gregor28 Football, Gregor28 Sports as well.
My God.
And yeah, we'll see you on Saturday, bro.
Yeah, I'll see you Saturday. Cheers, guys.
Take care, bro. Love. Right, we will not take too long. Go straight for the other one because I know Ben's itching to get on. Yes, Ben, what are you saying?
Yes, what are you saying, G?
I'm good. What are you telling me?
Oh, madness, Edward Mendy's a god already. Like, he's just a god. 1 goal conceded in 7 games. It's a madness, bro. It's a madness.
You didn't say that about our goalkeeper like a few months ago.
Imagine actually now being confident when you see a goalie in between the sticks.
Exactly.
Like, you watch man shoot from range, you're like, oh, he's got that. You watch man shoot from range with Kepi's like, oh, it's just going in.
Already going in. You can hear the net rustling already.
Like, just put the ball in the centre spot, we'll kick off, innit?
Exactly. But yeah, go on. Tell me your thoughts on today.
I think we don't need Jorginho anymore. He's a regista. He plays the ball how he does. I don't think we need him anymore. Like the main reason we had him was because he was a key penalty taker as well. But we've now got Werner, who is just an absolute god at penalties. It makes sense. Big German, 12-yard spot. You can always rely on the Germans to take the penalties. To be fair, unless it's 2012. Havertz, did miss him that game, but the guy tested positive for coronavirus. I should not have said that word. Just remember what. Okay, just kick me off now, innit?
Yeah, piss off. Nah, I can come back.
No, I hope he gets well soon. I wish him a speedy recovery. But yeah, I'm just gassed because we've got a team now. We actually have a football team that I'm confident in watching. And we've got.
What are your thoughts on the DM role, actually? Because I know you love to say Kante in his natural position, but be real with me. Who do you really prefer? Because for me, it's a case of there's some games where Jorginho is more preferable for that position. There's some games where I'd rather go for Kante. Like Sheffield United, we can't have Kai Havertz now, but I would have gone for the same midfield as the Burnley game. Because I think it'll be the same sort of game. They're going to drop deep and give him the space that he wants. Jorginho, though, if you face a team like Liverpool, they're going to press the hell out of us. I'd rather Jorginho there and Kante in centre mid.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, to be fair. I'll still put my faith in Kante, but it could be one of those things where he might need support now, just because he's getting on. If this was maybe 1 year, 2 years ago, I'd have all my faith in Kante. Because I think defensively, he is still the person to rely on, the person that we put our faith in. But when it comes to actually bringing the ball then forward and attacking, he is very sluggish as of late. But as a defensive midfielder, looking at defending, Kante is the person that we need, I think. Declan Rice, though, rumours are popping up again. I think it's a waste of money.
Really?
Like, I think, yeah. Because we prove we don't need it. We're keeping clean sheets now. And
they're keeping clean sheets, but I also look at it as our attacking quality's kind of gone down as a result. Ignore the Burnley game because that completely goes past it. But my point is we still struggle in the transition a bit more, and I don't think Frank Lampard has full faith in the squad still. The Athletic recorded that Frank Lampard also doesn't see N'Golo Kante as a lone DM and sees him more as a box-to-box centre mid, which I'm going to throw in there as well, but that's the thing. That's why Frank Lampard's mainly going. That's why Frank Lampard's pushing for Declan Rice so much.
They're trying to send
for a in the chat as well. Party time soon. You must be mad. We are not Manchester United, and N'Golo Kante is
no. He's right. It's going to be party time when Chelsea take 3 points. When Thomas Partey gets exposed as a fraud. When we run riot over Arsenal. It's true. It's going to be party time. I get that, man. Big up Zane. Support a real club, support a team that can win trophies, innit?
I big up Zane anyway.
Big up, man donates every single call in. What a G. G.
I don't know how much he's got, but you know what? I am always going to appreciate a bit of generosity. Zane, you're always appreciated. You always loved you. But go on, what are you saying?
Nah, literally. It was a good game, to be fair. We done what we needed to do. Frank, again, just keeping the clean sheet, getting on the score sheet. Okay, maybe with help of a questionable decision, because I'll be honest, I think Rennes got really done over. That was not a red card. That was not a booking. Penalty, yes.
No. I call it a penalty.
Yeah, penalty, yeah. I 100% agree with the penalty, with the new rules that are in place. But just giving the guy a second yellow, that was harsh. I don't think it was a red card, and I think Rennes got a little bit hard done by.
For both the penalties, though, weren't he?
Yeah, but
I big up me in the chat as well. True Blues, chat. Come on.
What about me, Ben? When?
I'll put you in the chat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, literally. That's a good point, actually. Lord J10X. That's something that signing Rice could do. It could actually hinder Gilmore's development because we got someone up and coming with Gilmore, who's already proven to be a really good player. Maybe it's going to be a little bit iffy when he comes back. Oh my God, Zane! Oh, this guy.
Zane said again.
Oh,
Martin. You are shameless. You are a shameless one.
Literally.
Has Martinelli got a hat trick yet?
Oh, literally.
I can't believe how has one man made a career of 1 goal at Stamford Bridge the way Martinelli has.
How does one club, party like it's a 2-2 draw? What are you, Liverpool? Or is this Liverpool West Brom now? You're gonna start throwing parties over a 2-2 draw on a point.
Manchester United gassed you lot so hard. And you know what? The only thing that happened in that game was that they got their penalty that they should have had, and we didn't get ours, which is even more jarring.
Exactly.
So if anything, our penalty was more justified. The guy should have been sent off. Pogba was just being
the man turned into Dolph Ziggler, tried zigzagging in, Randy Orton RKO.
He did, I didn't even know it like that. I've been calling it $1 million dream half the time. Ted DiBiase sounds.
All right, speaking of which, though, we got to laugh at United. Demba Ba exposing them again. What is it with Demba Ba and exposing, northern clubs?
You see the dummy for that second goal, bruv. That was filthy. Some Premier League team needs to snipe him back up.
Oh, they do. They actually do. Oh, Jesus! It's a madness. Oh, there's a doggo. We have a doggo.
Invading.
It's only Ruben with this cheek. It's fine. You all right, Ribs?
Yeah, guys. He actually calls his dog that. It's a sick name.
Yeah, Ruben with this cheek, mate. Yeah.
Hopefully he's more fit than Ruben is, because
yeah,
that's heartbreaking.
Well, he was doing laps of the garden today, so. Oh, okay. He's there he is. Look at him. It's all cuddled up.
Jeez. Any final thoughts, bro?
Yeah, just it's a great win. Solid performance. Another consecutive clean sheet for Mendy. The guy's just going up and up and up as a goalkeeper. Man's just.
When you get a tie on the channel,
15.
I wanted Mendy tie for ages. Like, we've been calling that for time. We need a part 2 after we lost 2-0 at the end.
You mean when I'm sober and can actually formulate a response?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, trust me. You get Ty on his channel, I'll bury him sober. That's a promise. The man won't get a word in, he'll cry.
Clip it, guys. This is the video. You post it on Twitter, and then you DM it to me so I can retweet it and give it bare likes.
Anyway, I'm dipping, bro. I'm dipping with that. But peace, guys. Carefree up the Chelsea. Please subscribe to Blues Fans TV. Subscribe to Carefree Lewis G, the absolute god of Chelsea YouTube content. And tell him
to finally make a channel too, because it's been taking.
No, let's not do that. Work in progress, innit? I'll see you later, guys.
I shall see you on Saturday too. Take care, bro.
Bye.
Peace. Now we're gonna roll on again straight to the next one. I can't be bothered. Fata, what are you telling me?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. It's been a quiet night. No, actually, it's been bonfire night. Actually, a lot of fireworks outside. But yeah, not too bad.
Oh yeah, it's only the 5th. You wouldn't tell with lockdown and everything.
Yeah, it's the last night before the lockdown, isn't it? That's why people firing their fireworks.
Lockdown, but yeah.
Anyway, go back to Chelsea. Yeah, it's been it's like a training session. To be fair, it's not many. There's nothing else that I would like to say apart from Timo Werner, which is being Timo himself, being Turbo Timo. What can I say, innit? And the first penalty, yeah, it was a Stonewall penalty, but the second was very harsh. On any given day in the Premier League, probably that wasn't given. I think that it shouldn't be a red card. It's just like literally like a bit of final warning. But we've got to be professional. We've got to take the opportunity that we got. But yeah, 3-0. Happy days, innit? Fifth
very happy. I do want to say, Zane, you are wrong for that one. I'll send it to him as well because I want him to see that. So
I thought I was the one donating too much, but look at this guy, man.
Zane, he is the most blessed guy on this channel. Like, all hail King Zane, all of that. I don't care.
Yeah, but yeah, it's.
I will twerk throwing coins at me like that. I don't give a damn. But go on.
On hindsight, yeah, it's sad to see what happened on Kai Havertz earlier today. When I read the news that he was tested positive, he had a amount of symptoms yesterday. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Yeah, and get well soon, Kai. But you know what? On the bright side, we got one more game left. Probably we don't need him that much, and we got international break coming up. The last international break before, at least for 5 months. Thank God for that. And yeah, we can use those 2 weeks to rest Kai Havertz, and maybe, I don't know, if Pulisic come back soon anytime. Any news about Pulisic, if he's come back for Saturday?
Don't think Saturday, but I think he'll be back after the international break. Yeah,
I would say so. And yeah, let's just enjoy this moment, man. We haven't lost since against Liverpool though. After the Liverpool giving us a good slap in the face, I think we've been performing really well. Apart from the inconsistent against West Brom and Southampton. Well, that's because we got Bambies all over it. Bambies like Kepa and whatever the name is, Christensen and that though. But apart from that, we've been performing, man. It's just, yeah, we just keep the flow going. And I think we got Sheffield on Saturday. We got Newcastle after the international break. Then we got the big game against Tottenham. That's the game that I would like to win the most. And, yeah, let's just keep this momentum going, man. It's just, I'm just loving life right now. I'm just enjoying what I've been seeing so far from Chelsea. People saying that, it's going to take, people want that one Lampard out and this and that because, his tactics is too negative and that. Relax yourself. Like, I already said in the start of the season, give the man some time. Look what happened in the next 2 months. The players are starting to gel. If it, the one that won Lampard out, you can fuck off yourself. It's just bugger off. We don't need to be hit. Like let's just unite ourselves. Let's just
come on, bro.
£1 for every score. Grab a Magnum, Lewis. Yeah.
I have to get tomorrow because I think curfew and all that. But thank you, much appreciated.
And last thing I want to say, man, it's just it's been wonderful last 2 months, and nice to know you guys. And lockdown's coming up. I know it's gonna be boring and that, but yeah, it's just
we'll probably do more of these during lockdown anyway, because we're getting to that point. Just please don't take the football away because my content will starve.
You know what? The last thing I will say is, let's just hope that's not let's let Werner and let's hope that these players not get injured, man. Please, that's the last thing that we need, because we've been performing so far, and that's the last thing that Chelsea fans don't want to. No injuries, everything's coming back to healthy. Bang on fire. Yeah. Surprised Father isn't smoking.
Any final thoughts, bro?
Hey, big up Agent Dembaba, man. He's 35 years old and still can't score against United. We're gonna have ourselves a
perfect final thoughts, man. I love that.
Anyway, hey, Ben Roberts, stop. Hey, Ben Roberts, big up yourself, man. Yeah,
big up Ben Roberts. Big up yourself as well, Fatima. Thanks for jumping on. We'll chat to you on Saturday as usual, man. Great seeing you, bro.
Nice to see you.
And just like that, we move on to the next one. Oh, it's muted. Yes, bro, what are you saying?
Yeah, what going, Lewis?
I'm good, man. What are you telling me?
Yeah, thank you guys for, letting me join on the channel and things like that. Trust me, I've been following the Blues Fan TV for about 3 years now, and you guys have been doing a superb job. That's why I messaged Sam and told him that, come on, I have a Facebook page. You guys can just, post your content there and things like that. But
yeah, I'm down for that. Thanks.
No, your video's been posting for like maybe I don't know, maybe 6-7 months now. Sam didn't tell you?
Nah, Sammy handles all of that stuff. Like, he just does all of that. I just do phone-ins and watch-alongs. Just my part, innit?
Yeah, true. But yeah, you guys' videos have been posting, man, on the page, man. It's like 120,000 followers or like whatever, something like that. Just like the channel you guys have. But my take on the game today, I think it was a poor performance from not like, I wouldn't say like critical, like being that bad of the team. But if you think of how we're playing, we're not really playing like a team that's like looking to win titles. If you get, we're defending well now since Thiago Silva's come, yeah. But still, I can't see what Lampard wants the team to do. I mean, I'm not being critical of Lampard either, because he's doing a good job. The players are being rotated. There are smiles on everyone's face, which that is good. But think about it. We have the attacking power, and I don't seem to see it. It's like we're still depending on Reece James and Ben Chilwell to put balls across, and we tap in. We're not getting anything. It's like when we're playing with Sarri. Everything's coming from the flanks. There's nothing coming through the middle.
That's what I think the whole problem is. I don't think Frank Lampard trusts his defensive midfielders. Like we've seen throughout the whole season, we tried putting we'd start with the 4-3-3, which is all right, but we had too many individual errors because Silva and we still had Kepa in goal. Then we tried 4-2-3-1, which was all right, but it was too slow trying to transition out. Jorginho's too slow on the ball. Same thing with Kovacic, and Kante's passing range isn't that great either. And I think that's why Frank Lampard's trying to push for Declan Rice so much in January. Because I think Frank Lampard just wants this tall DM that he knows is going to sit deep and also has a good passing range as well. Different characteristics, but all the DMs that we have like a couple of those characteristics, but they're not the finished profile. And I think Frank Lampard would want someone next to like a Kante and maybe a Kai Havertz as well.
But I think with the squad that we have, Lewis, I don't think we need Declan Rice. It's a waste of money. 80 million. If we can get him for 45, fine, 50. But our rivals,
I think we can though. We got Marina. Like every single transfer we've had in, like it should have been at least double the price.
Yeah, but I don't think Declan Rice is needed, man. The team that we have, the team that we played again, we played Burnley with Conte sitting deep, with Mount and I think it was Ziyech, or I don't remember who played in front of Conte with Ziyech.
It was Kante, Mount, and Havertz in midfield, and it was Tammy and Werner up front.
The way we set out in that game with Conte deep and those two in front, that's how we should play. That's how we should play. Bro, the thing is, we must remember that Conte is coming from playing under Maurizio Sarri as a more attacking midfielder, which he's not. So it's gonna take some time for him to adjust back himself, being in that register area where he plays in front of the centre backs. We have to give him time. And that's what Lampard needs to do, play more in front of the centre backs and allow our attacking force to go forward.
But that's the thing. Realistically, N'Golo Kante's never really played as a lone DM. That's why I've never really backed him in that position. I think he can do well against a team like Burnley that likes to sit deep and they aren't going to really press him too much. Sheffield United as well. I'd stick with that exact same lineup. Obviously, we can't keep Kai Havertz for obvious reasons, but I'd stick with the exact same lineup because Sheffield United would probably play the same sort of way as Burnley would. Against a Liverpool or a Manchester City or a strong team that actually doesn't know how to press, I wouldn't trust N'Golo Kante and I'd trust Jorginho a bit more, only because I know he can find an out ball quicker. I think he always plays that box-to-box centre mid role. He's played like that.
That's true. For Leicester. Yeah. Because Drinkwater was the one that sits and he box-to-box. Yeah. Even with when we're playing under Antonio Conte, he was the box-to-box midfielder and Matic sits. So you have a point. But I think we have too much midfielders to buy Declan Rice. That's my point. I mean, he's not bad. But all right, we bring in Declan Rice, who we're going to get rid of. Remember, Jorginho does not really start sometimes, you know.
We've tried getting rid of Jorginho and Barkley, but because of the whole situation with lockdown, every club's lost money, which means no one's reaching up to our transfer valuations. Because with the transfer ban, we're the only club with any real money to spend this window. That's why we still had like high price tags for like deadwood players that we were trying to get rid of, and that's why players like Jorginho are still going on loan. Bakayoko's still going on loan. You have Drinkwater who's still gone on. Has he even gone on a loan, or is he still in the development?
He's still at the club.
Yeah, so we're struggling to get rid of these players. But if you ask me right now, I'd get rid of Jorginho because I think Billy Gilmore comes in and takes his place. I'd get rid of Ross Barkley because he's never really impressed with Chelsea. Bakayoko as well because he's still on 100k a week wages. And I think that covers it for me.
All right, so you're saying Declan Rice, N'Golo Kante, and Kai Havertz to play in midfield. That's what. So what about Kovacic? About Kovacic?
Can I be real? Competition is fierce. And that's just it. Survival of the fittest. I love Mateo Kovacic. His best attributes are getting the ball out of pressure and dribbling. Bar that, I feel he's just average at everything else. He's a quality midfielder. I'm never going to say he's poor or anything like that. He was our player of the season last season for an exact reason. But if you're going to talk to me about our best midfield and you're going to get Declan Rice as well, it might be Mateo Kovacic that has to be the one sacrificed. Like, we haven't even got to Mason Mount, who Lampard loves to play, and he wouldn't see the game time.
Yeah, but Mason Mount doesn't mind to sit on the bench for a while. He's not that type of player that's going to get all angry and say, oh, you know, Lampard's not playing me. I'm gonna be angry. I'm not gonna play well. Lampard is good friends with Mason. I think that if Lampard said, "Hey Mason, you know we're bringing in Declan and we're gonna sacrifice Kovacic, so you have to come off the bench," or I don't think Mason will have a problem. Say likewise Billy Gilmore. You get me? But I think, I mean, you say Kovacic, you have to sacrifice him, but I still think if we rely on only having Conte and Declan Rice as our two CDMs, right? There's going to be less movement. It's going to be side to side.
I'll go 4-3-3. I have Declan Rice in the middle. I have Kante and Kai Havertz doing the box-to-box work. Well, that's what I would go for.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, it could work. It could work. But I just don't want to get rid of Mateo Kovacic. Is too good.
No one's saying get rid of Mateo Kovacic. This is strength and depth. That's the thing. You got a player like Mateo Kovacic. If one of them's injured, you put Mateo Kovacic in as your replacement. That is title-winning depth. Like, yeah, there's going to be great players that you're going to have to bench, and you don't want to see them get benched. But be real, you can't just have an amazing 11 and then that's it, because then you got no plan B. You got to have other players to offer other things, but that's not going to be exactly what you want for your starting team, but it offers you a plan B, a plan C, other options. That's just strength and depth for me.
True. Well, apart from that, as I was critical of Lampard last season, and I was wrong for being critical because it's only his first season, you know. But I think we should just, you know, as your boy said, Fata, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I think he was on before. I think we need to give him some time. And maybe after this season, if he doesn't get it together, then we can't waste another season with this talented batch of players to give him more time. I think we should do what Everton did. You know, Duncan Ferguson was the standing manager. They didn't pack him. They just put him beside Ancelotti.
Oh, you want him in the Ferguson role where he's just like everyone's assistant manager?
I think he should be assistant manager to a better manager. We are Chelsea. We know what we're coming from. Title winning, Champions League semi-finals, finals, winning the leagues, winning the cups. I think we need to be like that again. I'm saying Lampard, maybe down the line he might be the manager that we'd want him to be. But think about how long are we going to give Lampard the time? Our owner, Abramovich, is not someone to give someone 5-7 years like Ferguson took about 7 years before he won the title with Manchester United when they just took him to be the manager. I don't think Lampard will get that chance, you know.
Okay.
So what is it? I'm saying
Lampard as assistant manager, I'll be real, I've never ever even considered that. If it didn't work, maybe I'd warm to a bit. I still want to keep Lampard at the very least to the end of this season because I want to see. I think that first season getting 4th place, which realistically should have been 2nd place with any semi-decent goalkeeper. I think that's offered him at least another season to prove himself. I get the start of the season's been a bit sloppy. I kind of also thought it was going to be a bit sloppy with a new signing. So I want to see what he's like at the end of the season. But if it didn't work, I wouldn't be against him being an assistant manager. You want Chelsea players who understand the club in those assistant manager roles because they're the ones that are doing the most work with the players in training and everything like that. So I get that.
Arteta spent like 3-4 seasons under the wings of Pep, and look, even though we're Chelsea and you know Arsenal are big rivals, we have to give Arteta props to what he's doing at Arsenal. Arsenal looks. I mean, you guys said earlier I was watching like we're gonna beat Arsenal. Yeah, we have a chance of beating them because whenever we play them in the derby, it's like they roll over and we dominate them. But think about it, this is a different Arsenal team. And I'm worried about that Arsenal game. Yeah, we can beat Mourinho, but because Mourinho his heart is weak to Chelsea, you know. But think about this Arsenal team, man. I don't think it's gonna be an easy game playing Arsenal underneath Mikel Arteta, who has learned so much from Pep Guardiola. And it's showing right now, Lewis. So I really think that, as you said, give Lampard till the end of the season. If not, next season, be the assistant manager to Maximiliano Allegri or Pochettino, because Manchester United is going to get Pochettino, you know. Solskjaer is going to get sacked, and they're going to get Pochettino.
It's a case of when, not if with them.
Yeah, so I mean that's my take. I don't want to hold up time because you know someone else might be here and waiting. So I'll pop on again next time.
Yeah, come on Saturday anytime, man. Honestly, it's been great chatting to you.
Yeah, man. Likewise, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Anytime, man. Just DM if you want to jump on again on Saturday. We'll sort this one out. It's been a good conversation.
Definitely. All right, take care, bro.
I love you. Perfect. We're going to get our last guest in now. Tyrese, yes, bro. What are you saying?
I'm okay, man. How are you?
That new trim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's nice trim, bro. I like that.
Respect.
What's your thoughts?
First of all, I would like to give all my prayers out to you guys because I know you guys are going through lockdown from tomorrow, right? And
it's kind of lockdown. Like, I'll be real, schools and unis are still open, so this whole thing don't even make any sense to me. But that's a story for another topic. We're gonna go off topic like mad if I start going off on that. But yeah.
But just stay safe, and also I'd like to give my thoughts and prayers out to Kai Havertz as well. And I hope for a speedy recovery. But on the game, I'm gonna be honest. Apart from the 2 penalties and the 1 goal from open play, I wasn't too impressed with the performance, to be honest. Because like when you study it, right? We were playing against a side that had 10 men.
Yeah.
It should have been much more. Like, why did we sit back so much? It wasn't called for. I mean, I could understand that Rennes aren't really a good team apart from Camavinga, and he was absent today either way. But wait, hold on a second. Right. But apart from that, I think we should have been a bit more, got a bit more bite, a bit more hunger. I just think we were too laid back. But other than that, it was a good way to get 3 points because I think their run is a great side, and I think they played really, really well. So the only thing I wasn't too happy about was the ruthlessness. We need to be more ruthless. I think if this was Liverpool and other side had 10 men, they'll probably go over there like just keep attacking till the whistle is blown. But other than that, I think we need to be more ruthless. I think we're a bit slow apart in the game, a bit of sideways passing, and I'm going to be critical of one player. I don't know how you found his performance to be, but Jorginho, man. Jorginho, man. Like, I just think I
2 days pushing Jorginho in DM, and then he goes and pulls a performance like that. Like, I still back it, depending on the result, but still, I can't back that performance. It was poor.
Like
the truth news.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. We were playing Burnley at the weekend with Kante in that role when he was the lone DM. I never want to see Jorginho again. Like, he just doesn't suit us. He doesn't suit us. In my opinion, yes, he's a bit impactful when he's ready. But as I said, for long-term future, we need to get a solid DM to play alongside N'Golo Kante. That's what we have to do right now because it's just Jorginho. I remember Werner was like in the hole, like ready to get the ball. He could have probably gotten the ball. He was true on goal. And Jorginho tried a long ball and it went out of play. And I was absolutely fuming. Like, it wasn't like we were 2-0 up at that time. But his performance wasn't good enough. And I don't think he suits what Lampard wants to play because I think when Gilmore comes back, I don't think he's playing. I don't really think he's playing. I don't think he's good enough. And a lot of people are telling me here that Jorginho is this, Jorginho is that. The only thing he's good for, and I'm going to be honest, is one long ball when he's ready, every blue moon. And then his penalties, which ain't even that good apparently, according to Lampard. But no, I don't really see the need for him. But if Lampard likes him and we want to play him, I just think we're just going to be seeing a lot of sideways passing. Like what they do in Syria. That's what I think he should. He should go back to Syria where they play a lot of sideways passing and possession football. But other than that, it was a tough one against the British side. We really had to work a little bit because Rennes didn't make it easy for us. I think. Yeah, we were 3-0 up, but it should have been more. It should have been much more entertaining. Much more. Like, there's no need for us to be sitting back against Rennes.
I've been saying it with a lot of the other guys, but do you think it's a case where Lampard just doesn't trust the midfield?
That's the thing. I don't know. I know deep down inside he does not trust Jorginho. The only reason he's playing is because Billy Gilmore is injured. That is the honest truth. I don't think he trusts Jorginho. Yes, I am probably one of his biggest critics, and I never liked him, even underneath Sarri. But I don't think that he's worth it. And I think he should go. I think we should have got rid of him in the summer. But that was a bit difficult to do. But other than that, we need to get that right. Or Zakaria. Or Dennis Zakaria that I spoke about before. I think he's a good player. We need a DM to play alongside N'Golo Kante if we're thinking long term. Jorginho ain't it. I'm sorry. He got to go. Like he's not. He's not for our system. I think much more of a senior. Jorginho.
Okay, yeah, Jorginho, yeah.
You saw the impact Kovacic made when he came on?
Kind of, but I'm still looking at him like he's good under pressure, but that's really it. Like, if anything, he looks like he's taking less take-ons than he used to.
You saw the Cruyff turn?
Yeah, but he's good under pressure. He's amazing under pressure. But other than that, it's like I want to see like more end product from you. Like I'm not going to say too much on him as a player. He's a quality player, but I know what he lacks, and you know what he has.
Yeah, moving forward, not so great. But I don't even know. The thing is, right with Kovacic, he's not great moving forward like that. He's not great defensively, but I just think he's a very good player to watch. Like he's like a good sight to watch. But other than that, he like you said before, like his dribbling and his his ability to cope with the press is superb. But other than that, the other attributes of his game are average, as you said. But I think he's a quality player. And don't forget, he's only like 25, 26. He's now in his prime, so he has time to even improve his game a little bit more. But other than that, I think we need to be more ruthless, man. Like we should have beat Rennes today 6-0 without a doubt. 10 men down, we should have not 5-0, 6-0 something. So we need to be much more ruthless, much more. But other than that, I think Werner was brilliant today. The back four didn't really have much to do. I think Mendy had a very good game. I think Kante early on in the game he was being pressed, and I think that I wonder if Camavinga, if he was playing, if it would have been a bit more difficult for Kante. I'm not too sure, but we'll see that in the second game at in Rennes. But other than that, it was an okay game, an okay performance. I'm happy for getting the 3 points. I know we're on to Sheffield at home, or it's home at Sheffield. Yeah, and I hope we can go there. Yeah, I hope we can go there and get the 3 points and just continue. And wait, and the guy that was on before, did he really just say that Frank? Did he really just say that Frank Lampard should be an assistant coach to Allegri?
I mean, I've only just considered it. And I was thinking, if it doesn't work. Like, I'm not saying Allegri is the second manager. If it doesn't work, why not? Like, I'm thinking very far forward of this one. This isn't my fault, but
he does know that. I don't want another transitional season. I really don't.
That's why I want to stick with Frank. First of all, I'd rather stick with Frank.
I don't want another transitional season because first it's going to take time for the players to understand the system of Allegri. It's going to take time, and I don't think we don't need all that time right now. What we need to do right now is to focus on winning a trophy. The Premier League is open. If we could be like this, the format we're in right now, if we can keep this form as long as possible, why not? We can go on and win it.
Yeah.
Even the Champions League, even the FA Cup. Jesus Christ, even the treble, why not? We could do it. We have the squad depth, we have the quality, and I think tactically Lampard is getting better game by game. And I like how he approached it because our defense wasn't the best, so I can realize for the Sevilla game, the Man United game, he said sit back and let's see how we defend. Watch how we defend. It was a boring game to watch, but those were 2 boring games to watch. But tactically, these are the reasons why we're keeping clean sheets right now, because he had to sort out the defensive problems first, and then he had to balance it out with the attack, because we were always scoring a lot of goals for these past 2 seasons, but conceding a lot as well. So I like how Lampard is balancing it out now. It's going to get better, as you said, probably by December and November now. We're already a couple of days in. By Christmas, I think we should be fully gelled already, and I think we should be ready to be moving forward of winning a trophy. I want us to be winning a trophy because you know how Abramovich is. If we don't win anything now, I don't know about Frank, Jody and Frank are going to say bye-bye. And then we're going to have to go and work with Allegra again, another transitional season, and then we'll probably come fourth. No. I want us to just stick with Frank. He knows what he's doing, and I think he's the best man for the job right now. Because it's only available coach right now that realistically we will get is Allegra. We won't get Poch because Abramovich knows our fan base. Say it's Spurs. What would we go and get Spurs manager for ex-Spurs manager for? So
I don't think you join us anyway.
But that's besides the point. We are doing well right now, and I want to commend that. But it got a term here in Barbados that we use, right? The man, that guy that was speaking before was talking beer kind, a lot of shite. Lampard is what we should keep right now, and really and truly, if we want to be improving as a team, and if we want to be winning trophies, he's the guy to keep. I like the project so far. If we could keep it on, and we'll see what we could do. But on to Sheffield, we go.
Come, bro. Well, thanks for jumping on, bro. And we'll be seeing you after the Sheffield United game as usual. But yeah, take care, bro. Appreciate you jumping on. Right, well, I do need to rush off because I need to catch my last train. But yeah, True Blues is goated. Up the Chelsea. We've got 6 clean sheets in 7 games. And yeah, like and subscribe. Let's go. We move on to Sheffield United. Come on.